I cannot clear my throat. Sorry, guys. I'm like, I cannot clear. What'd you say? Did you say you couldn't clear your throat either? Oh, everybody's here. Yay. Sorry, guys. I'm like, oh, now I am live on YouTube, and that's why I'm echoing. Give me a sec. Let me pause that. Did you say you couldn't clear your throat? Yeah, it's kind of a cool font that they're using for Zoom. It's not showing the picture. It's just, oh, because I'm not on. Okay, let's make sure this is all working okay. Here I am. I moved my computer downstairs because the sun was driving me crazy, shining in my eyes yesterday. So let me know that you guys can. Aw, you're welcome, Sue. Thank you so much for thanking me. My nephew asked me the other night how I was doing, like, and did I want to talk and this and that because I seemed sad. And I was like, thank you for treating me like a person and not just like a indestructible mom. You know, like everyone just thinks that moms, like, I think they think that we have no feelings or emotions and like we're just like good like all the time, which I'm not going to play the victim and not be good, but you know what I mean? It's like nobody really looks at moms as people when they're kids. And he's only like 18, 19, my sister's son. It's the same thing when somebody like thanks you, like when you're doing healings and stuff. It's like, oh, thank you. That was nice. Um, this is a recorded one from last year. However, I'm going to be here live doing the energy work. So it's live. I'm here right now. Shelly. I'm going to play a recording from last year, but the attunement in this seems pretty cool. And I'm not charging anybody extra for this class because I didn't want everyone to have to pay 20 or 70 bucks to come to this class. And then, 30 plus another 50, like, like $150 to come to classes today. That's like too much. The $300 tier, like people are like, as my mom calls them, fat rats. She goes, fat rat, when she gets something free. Because you guys don't have to, it's all included in the membership, but everyone else is having to pay every single day. So I didn't want to like put that burden on you guys. So anyways, I still wanted to be here though, because I was excited. The guides are here. Figured Danielle said this was an awesome meditation. I think this is the one. Danielle, is this the one? Is Danielle here? Danielle is here, not Danielle. Darn it. Well, maybe she'll log in. We'll see. So here we go. Share. Okay, now it disappeared. That's weird when it Chrome didn't show up. Just put on Safari then. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure what I asked us to journal about. Hold each other accountable. I'm going to start mine on the 8th day of this. It's Holy Spirit, Divine Mother. We ask that. That's really funny. I'm saying I'm going to start my cleanse on the 8th day of this. Because I failed on my New Year's resolutions. I'm doing the same thing this year. I'm going to start when the cleanse is over. I'm going to start my New Year's resolutions. Thing that drop us down. The only way to really scare us is with our kids or animals or parents, ones that are closest to us. So I, for one, screwed up on my resolutions. So I'm going to start them. Just want to see if anybody else wants to do it with me. We can hold each other accountable. I'm going to start mine on the 8th day of this. Because the 8th day, we're getting like attuned to like our new higher self. Tomorrow is Holy Spirit, Divine Mother. We ask all of a sudden because you got your chakra. That's not even worth making a resolution over or something like that. Okay, this thing is like 20 minutes long. And then Father God, Christ, Holy Spirit, Divine Mother, we ask that each and every individual here today be surrounded with the light that they are, the love that they are, and that they be considered within that which is their third eye self. Calling in the third eye self into each individual now, releasing all guilt from that self, removing all shame, shrouding that self, and removing all trembles of fear from that self. Bringing about a childlike innocence back to that self. And bringing about the wings that they are, and that they be considered within that which is their third eye self. Calling in the third eye self into each individual now, releasing all guilt from that self, removing all shame, shrouding that self, and removing all trembles of fear from that self. Bringing about a childlike innocence back to that self, bringing about a love for life to that self, and bringing about the wings in which they carry the messages from God unto them, back to them now, into a risen state, aligned with grace, without the ability to fall again.
Wow, that's
unless
really
they so
powerful,
choose.
guys. Did you guys feel that?
So just visualizing now a big third eye self,
Playing it again.
calling in the third eye self into each individual now, releasing all guilt from that self, removing all shame, shrouding that self, and removing all trembles of fear from that self. Bringing about a childlike innocence back to that self, bringing about a love for life to that self, and bringing about the wings in which they carry the messages from God unto them, back to them now, into a risen state, aligned with grace, without the ability to fall again, unless they so choose. So just visualizing now a big, brilliant star. It looks kind of like an asterisk, but it's like sizzling, like sparks flying off of it. This asterisk is going to come in and land on the forehead, and like a little like pinwheel kind of starts spinning on your forehead. And as it spins, it creates a vortex. And that vortex is going to spit out slime, spit out ugly visions, gross visions, scary visions, demonic forces visions. There's nothing in here that's real. It's all just what you've seen, what you've heard, what you've felt, but you've created it into something real in the other chakras. So these are all just thought patterns. But that's what we are. We are thought. We are originally thought. Prior to speaking, prior to the light, prior to everything, thought. So bringing in a purifying thought form to each and every individual, whether it be 15 different frequencies for one person, 10 different for another, 5,000 different frequencies for another, but bringing those into each individual that's here live today and in the future. Through their creator portal. There's a portal just above you. It's in the shape of like an eye, kind of like a, like not an oval, but like how an eye is shaped, like it's pointed at the sides, but it's, just above your head. And as the energy is coming in to purify, that opens. And then the energy comes through and then it closes and it goes throughout your entire field. And then it opens again and it spits out stuff. And then it brings in good stuff, brings it through your body, and then spits.
Okay, I already zoned out. What happened that we're breathing in energy from third eye portal and it breathing in good stuff and breathing out the bad stuff? I missed that, sorry.
Other chakras. So these are all just thought patterns. But that's what we are. We are thought. We are originally thought. Prior to speaking, prior to the light, prior to everything, thought. So bringing in a purifying thought form to each and every individual, whether it be 15 different frequencies for one person, 10 different for another, 5,000 different frequencies for another, but bringing those into each individual that's here live today and in the future.
I'm watching those go into everybody differently.
Through their creator portal.
Creator portal.
There's a portal just above you. It's in
That's
the
cool.
shape
Not
of like an
everybody has
eye,
one.
kind of like not an oval, but you know, like how an eye is shaped, like it's pointed at
Eyeball.
the sides, but it's, you know,
It's an eye.
just above your head. And as the energy's coming in to purify, that opens, and then the energy comes through, and then it closes, and it goes throughout your entire field, and then it opens again, and it spits out stuff, and then it brings in good stuff, brings it through your body, and then it spits out bad stuff. So it's like an in and out portal above your head. There we go. Oh, I get it. Ha, it's an eye.
So I
It's
just
totally an
said,
eye. Third eye, get it?
funny.
Okay. So this is the attunement today, is this new third eye that we have above our head
Oh, that's when everybody doesn't have one.
that I will be working on today. Wow, they gave it to me early in the game instead of at the very end or the middle. So that's the attunement. And then the replacement is the is what you're working with right now, like inside of your head. So prior to this, the third eye could see things, bring in energies, but it wasn't able to really release or spit out things. It held on to everything, because anything that you see, you can't unsee it. Anything you feel, you can't unfeel it. Anything you experience, you can't unexperience it. But with this 5D chakra, because you're a creator being, you can actually release things and not ever have to see them again. So this is like huge. This is a huge thing. Huge.
Question for you guys. I know some people took this class last year. If you ask to feel your higher self right now, and then ask to feel the higher self that you had prior to this class, does it feel like it's a different one, or does it just feel like it's upgraded? Or does it feel like the same? For me, I feel like my higher self prior to um this class last year was Rosemary, the Valley Girl groupie that loves Jesus. Um, and then now I feel like my higher self is like me. But I still feel like I have like a higher state of consciousness. It's not like I'm some like enlightened, awakened being or something like that. But um, I just have the ability to leave. I just have the ability to leave my vessel and go into like source awareness and channel from there. So I can go into like the most enlightened aspect of self. But ask that, say, take me into my most enlightened and awakened aspect of self, and show me my higher self prior to this class and then after this class. Last year, if you took it, I know some of you guys took it twice. I remember Brittany was here every day with bells on. She was so excited. She had just like beat her cancer. And then she passed in May, right? April. 4.5 months later, she passed. But Brittany, come back. Come say hi to us. Your energy's in this class. She can come. Oh my gosh, I swear to God, I just saw her. I just want to see the chat to see what you guys are writing. Yeah, different feeling, huh? I want to say it's lower, but at the same time, well, yeah, Rosemary's lower. Rosemary has like jacked up teeth when she's down low. Um, One thing I wanted to share today was one thing that they said with the third eye, we're going to talk about tonight. Is anybody here just with show one in the chat? If you're on YouTube, you can do the same thing. Are you somebody who likes to work on new projects and not finish old projects? Like, are you someone that like gets excited? Like, I mean, I have so many websites, so many domain names, so many like email addresses, not so many email addresses. I don't have that, but like so many domain names that I bought because I'm like, oh, ooh, this is a great idea. Ooh, I want to do this. The only thing that's like sustained itself throughout my entire existence as a healer is this intuitionmedia.vhx.tv site that I just kind of like refuse to launch because I think it's so ugly. But it's finally, I finally lowered the price from 30 down to 10, and I'm going to start marketing it with like ads and stuff. Um, oh, there goes Lucky. I'm going to put it in the chat. Um, because I did this thing today. I've got this like software that like makes it really easy to make like let me see, do I have it in here? I can show it to you guys. Makes it very, very easy to make like like marketing pieces and stuff like that. Um, anyways, I did a thing on something called novelties. So your brain considers a novelty like an idea that you thought up that you feel like nobody else has ever thought up before. And your brain gives itself credit for like having thought up this idea. And like you actually get credit for like all the success you're going to have because of this idea prior to even like doing the idea. And a lot of people live their lives based on this like pie in the sky, like new ideas because they're addicted to the dopamine that you get, the dopamine surge that you get when you come up with like a novelty or like a novel idea. Um, but it's a problem because that means we have all these other projects that are like not complete. So my intention of the new year was to get focused and just complete each thing that I started and not like, leave all these things incomplete. And so the guide said that we needed to download a bunch of beliefs and release a bunch of beliefs. So I'm going to do that tonight in class. But I made this little like marketing piece thing, but it's doesn't look like it's wanting to show up for me. I sent it over to the text message that I'm on with everyone, and not everybody's on that. I wish everyone was. I can only have 20 people in there, but let me see if I can pull this up. But does anybody else have that problem or is it just me? I know that entrepreneurs are like famous for it. Like, going like, ooh, I want to create this thing. Now I want to create this. Now I want to create this. I want to create this. And then we like leave like all this destruction in our wake. But anyways, my point is this is third eye based. This is a third eye issue. If you have this, because you're dreaming up new things, you're pulling in things from your intuition, but if you have a blocked third eye, you may still be getting the information, but you don't have the ability to make decisions, have discernment, make decisions based off of your intuition. You have poor judgment. It's very like this chakra is very ADHD-ish chakra. So I found that interesting that the one thing that I'm working on is kind of third eye based. And the third eye is like what I do most. I mean, that's what I live most of my life in, with because I'm a seer. But let me share this. I'll just show you guys real quick. It's over on the only place I can get it to share was on Twitter right now, but I'm going to put it on the other sites, but it's not popping up for Twitter. Whatever. Let me see. Can you guys see that now? Coming up with new shiny company ideas is considered a novelty by your brain's reward system, leading you to want to abandon what you are doing now. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter in the body that makes you feel happy, motivated, excited, on top of the world, safe, smart, etc. Novelty is rewarded greatly by the brain with dopamine. And this means that your current work project that you're amped up about is not going to be attractive anymore. And your brain now thinks that the new shiny idea is the only way to go. But your dopamine chasing addict brain is wrong. Here's why. So I go in this long, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically go in to the whole thing about like when we think we've discovered or created something novel, a new and shiny idea, our brain rewards us with a surge of dopamine. This is because our evolutionary wiring values novelty as a potential key to survival or success. However, this can create a trap where the allure of starting something new becomes more rewarding than following through and finishing what we've already begun. Here are some something that's blocking. Can't see what it says. And how you escape it. Um, so why novelty, aka new ideas, I should put original, perceived original ideas, because for every idea you get, somebody else in your soul group got the same idea somewhere else in the world. You get a dopamine rush, you get possibility of over reality. So new projects are untainted by the challenges of execution, allowing us to focus on the ideal outcomes. Ego boost, believing we've created something unique gives us a sense of accomplishment even before we've done the hard work. um, so anyways, it goes on. I think it's like 8 pages or something like that. I wrote up the little blog post and then I turned it into like a picture thing. Hopefully you guys were able to see that. But I think you guys were able to see it. Anyways, back to the third eye thing. So if you are somebody that has issues with this, an exercise you can do right now is you can go into that creator self portal we just went into, and you can ask that the feeling that you get from having that new idea approach you, like re-enter into your field, even if you're in like the boring data entry phase of
putting a bunch of stuff into your new store that you thought of last year, and you were so amped and so excited to go get all the things to sell in it. And now you're sitting here like tapping in SKU codes and stuff like that. And so it's just really boring. You don't want to do it. You'd rather like think of another store and another site and another idea or, whatever. This could be with relationships too. People do this with the relationships, but mostly they're talking about like work and stuff like that. I'm not sure this already there. Yeah, it's kind of a cool font. Yeah, I think it is working. My throat keeps not clearing it. I'm going to play a recording from last year, but okay. Oh, I hope that didn't end. The attunement in this seems pretty cool. And okay, cool. All right, I'm going to share, go back to sharing this. So you can ask that all of your inspiration that you got from what was that word again? Geez, it just escaped my brain. Novelty. The new shiny thing that you thought of. And like they said, it comes from the third eye. The third eye is like the little pathway to your intuition. And if it's blocked, you can also ask right now to feel or experience your third eye and see which way it's spinning. And then you can just ask, say it's spinning one way, ask that it starts spinning the other way and sucking in all of the things that it's spit out that caused you to have the inspiration for a project or something that, you maybe came up with 4 years ago. You had to get all the permits for this company and finally you have the permits, but now you're just not excited about it anymore. It's like old news. So you can ask for your inspiration back from this place where I'm doing the attunements on people in this class from like the new higher self, or the creator portal, I guess is what I'm calling it here. Yeah, ask for your inspiration to come back. And you can do that with life, with the business, with the company, with relationship, with anything. To ask that your inspiration come back. Just visualize your chakra spinning one way on your third eye. And then just imagine it spinning the other way, pulling that stuff in. And then just say zero chakra. It's going to pull you up out of your chakras. And then just say balance. So you're just balancing the chakra. Zero chakra. And everyone got attuned to that pretty much, that zero chakra thing. But it takes you up out of your chakra system into a space where you can command your chakras. So zero chakra, and then just say balance. And that's it. And then your chakra will kind of balance itself with all the inspiration that you just pulled back in. I sure need that. I'm glad they just came through with this exercise because I've got so much unfinished stuff. I just need to finish it. That's why I was so like, oh, wow, Demi's been posting like so much. She just like continued to follow through like a little turbo, like truck driver person just barreling through, like just continuing to go along. Like, I remember you saying, Demi, that you like data entry, that's like fun for you. And I'm like, oh, that's not fun for me. But thank you for being you, Demi. Anyway, I don't even know if she's here. Maybe talking to nobody, but here we go. Okay, I'm gonna hit play. I honestly don't remember this class. I'm watching it.
We asked that
first time
an
again with you
angelic
guys.
force that is a guardian to each individual stand firmly up against the person, shoulder to shoulder,
Whoa, can you guys feel that?
and that another guardian stand
Hold on.
behind the person, release or
rewinding it.
spit out the eye.
Feel this.
It's totally an eye. Third eye, get it? Okay. So this is the attunement today, is this new third eye that we have above our head that I will be working on today. Wow,
I'm not charging
they gave it
anybody
to me
extra
early
for
in the game instead of at the very end or the middle. So that's the attunement, and then the replacement is is what you're working with right now, like inside of your head. So prior to this, the third eye could see things, bring in energies, but it wasn't able to really release or spit out things. It held on to everything because anything that you see, you can't unsee it. Anything you feel, you can't unfeel it. Anything you experience, you can't unexperience it. But with this 5D chakra, because you're a creator being, you can actually release things and not ever have to see them again. So this is like huge. This is a huge thing. Huge. We ask that an angelic force that is a guardian to each individual stand firmly up against the person, shoulder to shoulder,
this part.
and that another guardian stand behind the person with their shoulder to the center of their back. The guardian's shoulder
left shoulder is up against your left shoulder, but it's, you know, they're facing the other way. And then another guardian in front that's faced to our left, you know, they're looking to like our 9 o'clock. And their shoulder is up against our chest here in the middle. So we've got their each individual's left shoulder, because they are at the right hand of God, meaning that you are God, not your God of other people, not you're the God of the earth and the world and you create. It's you're the God of your own reality, the God of your own making. Beneath you, you have a guardian holding you up, both hands beneath you, holding you up. And then you have another guardian above you with their hands kind of holding you up, like, so it looks like they're in a handstand. So I'm placing all of those. Pull them into belly or fake because they're right at your 2 o'clock instead of like 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9. Pull them into your heart and make sure they feel good. If they feel good, they'll go. And then another guardian in front that's faced to our left, you know, they're looking to like our 9 o'clock. And their shoulder is up against our chest here in the middle. So we've got their each individual's left shoulder, because they not your God of other people, not you're the God of the earth and the world and you create. It's you're the God of your own reality, the God of your own making. Beneath you, you have a guardian holding you up, both hands beneath you, holding you up. And then you have another guardian above you with their hands kind of holding you up, like, so it looks like they're in a handstand. So I'm placing all of those guardians there. We only want those that are for our highest and best good. Go around and ask, say the one above me, pull them into your heart and make sure they feel good. If they feel good, they'll go right back. If they don't, another one will come in. Calling in the bottom one, see if they're good. Yeah, they're good. They're good. 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 Good.
Does anyone else's head feel like their skin is crawling? I feel like my head's tickling.
Sweet. One of you had a fakie, but they were, you could tell they were fake because they're right at your 2 o'clock instead of like 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. There we go. Formula 163 throughout everybody's field right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Boom.
Okay, someone just said they're not creative. If you're a healer, you are creative. Someone said I must be boring. I follow my projects to the end. You have to have somebody, I mean, we tend to have like, so your third eye may not be off balance. So if somebody's third eye is off balance, that's where this issue comes in that I was just sharing. There's lots of other things that you know, or the third eye isn't activated yet. So if people are saying like, I'm not I'm not creative, maybe your third eye is not activated yet. Your third eye is supposed to activate between the ages, I believe, I think it's like shoot, 42 or like 30 something through 42, I think. Technically, you know, says like the metaphysical teachings of like Reiki and stuff. It's 7 years for each chakra. So if you figure it's the 6th chakra, it's like what 6 times 7 is what 54? Is that 54? 7 to 14, 14 to 21, 28, 35, 42. 49, 56. Yeah. So anyways, point is that I think I figured out like 42, your third eye should be like opening. Or maybe that's your crown, I'm not sure. But anyways, point is that's according to Reiki teachings. According to my guides, it's all different years. They all open at different times and they're holographic. So every time you're in a chakra, you have all your chakras within that chakra. But you can ask if your third eye is activated. Like, is this the reason why you're not quote unquote creative? Is this the reason why you can't see? If not, do this meditation because I think the energies are actually sticking in this meditation. I remember I made and this class, I charged $200 for this class, not just this one, but the whole thing. Because I had tuned it to where all the energies stay inside the class. So you continue to get the energies because I knew that people would take it later on and I wouldn't be able to like tune back into the energy and do the attunements that I was doing at that time. So I can actually feel like myself attuning myself right now. I don't know if you guys can feel it. My head feels like it's crawling. Tish said she's not creative. Yeah. You torpedo yourself, Tina. Michelle follows it through. Awesome, Michelle. I need someone like you around. Um, yeah, it's like starting a new show and then getting bored halfway through. Yep, kind of like that. Um, and it doesn't have to be like business or whatever things like that. It can be like projects around the house and stuff like that too. Yeah, I have weird tingling like on top of my head, and I looked back and I was like, "Who is that?" And I felt like I saw Athena, who I haven't seen for ages. Um, and I feel like I'm in my like lower self, like all the dimensions of like my lower self, but I'm being attuned, like all the lower aspects of me are being attuned to like the higher aspects of me. Like I got shoved back down to where I was last year at this time, but I'm being reattuned because it's like, time doesn't what happened happened in the past. So like, if you go into the past, even if you healed it and shifted it and changes it, you may perceive it differently, but it still happened. So I feel like someone's shoving me down into like a fourth layer of myself down in the second chakra, like the heart of my second. And from the heart of my second, I feel like I'm rising up into my third eye. And that's where I see that like it's like Rosemary's being swapped out for somebody different. And then they're starting to pull me up to this place up on top of my head, and it seriously tickles. It's like tickling, and like my head is like my skin is crawling. It's crazy. It's so weird. It's a weird thing because I don't usually feel. Michelle, you have a slight headache? Okay. Well, drink some water. One, two, take some vitamin C if you can, like the emergencies or, something people like to get the sugar-free ones. I'm not a fan of the taste of the sugar-free stuff, but I do the emergencies. But do that and then let's move forward. I apologize for continuing to clear my throat constantly, but I just can't stop doing it. And that's what happens when I'm channeling, when guides are trying to come through me when I'm channeling, but I'm not channeling right now. I guess I kind of am, but anyways, okay, here we go, play. 1001, pulling out the center of your tube of light right now. Ooh, that's fun. Ooh, yucky. You see all those people coming out of the center of your tube of light? Well, yuck. Say you're gross, but that was gross. Oh God, you. I'm so rude. Sorry, whoever I said that to. It's like I'm pulling out the center of your tube of light and only light remains. And it's like all these like people and like dead body parts are in there. Oh my God, I have chills everywhere. So gross. That is really gross. And I've got the fattest person in the middle of my tube. It's hard to pull her out. Ugh. Did you guys feel that shift in me? That was weird. Oh, and stapling each individual's feet onto the ground using a stream of like a stick of unconditional love coming out of the bottom of your foot, both feet in the center of the soles of your feet, and it's going straight down into the earth as far as it needs to go in order to keep you securely stapled to this earth with this unconditional love. And these guardians are here. They're all holding you here because what we tend to do is we tend to leave and go try and experience our intuition from other aspects of self, but we're pinning you down. Your guardians are all here. You've got one above, one below on all sides, and you're going to be forced to release the stuff you don't want to see so that you can begin to see, feel, know, and experience the things that you want to see. Because a lot of us are like, I can't see. And I'm like, you can totally see. It's like you just don't want to see. You're scared to death. And I was too. So because you like this stuff. You don't want to see something scary and then be like, oh no, now I can't meditate because I saw a creepy demon with blood dripping from its teeth sitting in front of me trying to bite me and my children or, whatever. People see the craziest things, and myself included. Okay, so I'm sharing the screen. Now I just need to hit play. Surprised the dogs got quiet.
Okay, so here we go. Meditation, and then you guys will journal right as soon as it's over. Just cut over into journaling about the things that your higher self told you that you didn't follow. And these are going to be things that like you don't even know about. You're going to be like, oh, wait, what? Seriously? Like, I didn't even realize it, but and maybe just one thing or two things or whatever, So I want you guys to write them down because we're going to forgive ourselves today. And here we go. Whoever just got here is just in time for the meditation. The journaling is probably written in the comment section. If not, I'll do it again afterwards. So here we go. And that you don't have to say heartbeat, throat swallow. It just happens. And that's a miracle within itself. Thank you, Peter. It was actually very... Okay, how's that? So you can hear now? Okay, make sure you can hear again. I'm going to test it one more time right now, but I'm going to mute myself so you can't hear me and the dogs in the background. You just literally came in very nicely and said, get the hell out of here and kick someone out. And put you out. Wow, crazy. Can you guys hear it? Okay, so I understand the definition of I am my I am. And as I'm saying these things in your head, you just say, like, yes, I got, like, you need to say, and that you don't have to say heartbeat, throat swallow, it just happens. And that's a miracle within itself. Thank you, Peter. It was actually very, you just literally came in very nicely and said, get the hell out of here and kick someone out. And put you out. Wow, crazy. Okay, so I understand the definition of I am my I am. And as I'm saying these things in your head, you just say, like, yes, I got, like, you need to say, I accept this or whatever, but just say yes. Or you can just wait until the end and say yes. But what I do when I'm getting downloads like this is I imagine like a little pellet falling into my head. Like every time like a download said, I just see a little pellet go into my head. Sometimes I see it bounce around, sometimes it dissolves, sometimes I can't see a pellet at all, so it maybe means that I don't need it or don't want it or whatever. Okay, so I understand the definition and the relevance of the I am I am. I understand how to see through the eyes of my I am. I understand what it feels like to be my I am, that I am. I know I am that I am. There we go. Anyone raise their hand if they felt that shift? Ask me if I was weird. Is it okay. Oh, that was amazing. Okay. I know how to live my daily life and be proud of it. I know the perspective of my I am in regards to how I live my daily life. And I'm able to tell the difference between my I am. Imagine each belief is like a little pellet flying into the third eye and just going into your head. Even if you can't see it, just kind of imagine like a little white pellet, which is the beliefs that are being installed in you, going into the third eye, just like you called back your inspiration, okay? And then just allow it to process through you. If you don't want that belief, then just don't imagine it going into you. And I'm witnessing and watching them all go right now. That I am, and my human I am, meaning your ego or your, there we go. Ooh, everybody just cut in half. I know it is possible for me to do anything that I can imagine within my own mind, because I already have. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to see it.
I know the definition of trust through my I am. And I know how to feel trust. I know how to experience trust. And I know how to know when I can trust another through the eyes of my I am, regardless of the plane that I'm on. I know how to live my daily life, and I know that it's possible to trust. I now ask that I be taught the perspective of the Creator on how to trust, how to love, and how to appreciate the life that I am. I understand the definition of abundance through the highest level of creation and the creator of that. I understand what it feels like to have abundance. I know how to have abundance. I know how to live my daily life with abundance, free from fear, or free from the loss of the abundance. I know the perspective of abundance through my Creator. I know it is possible to have abundance right now. It's a good one for some of you guys at home. I understand the definition of acceptance through my I am on all levels of consciousness. I understand what it feels like to have acceptance. I know when to have acceptance. I know how to have acceptance. And I know how to live my daily life with acceptance. I know it is possible to accept myself on all levels, all dimensions, seen and unseen, known and unknown. I accept myself fully the way I am now.
I accept myself fully the way I am now, on all dimensions, on all levels. Imagine the little pellet going through your third eye, one of them, and then another, until you've got 7 of them that you brought into you. 7 for that belief. I accept myself on all levels. I accept myself the way I am now, on all levels and all dimensions, seen and unseen. However you want to say it, or you can just say whatever she just said. I accept myself. I deserve myself, and myself deserves me. I deserve this body. I deserve this earth. I deserve this world. And I deserve to thrive, be proud of, and be happy in this world that I've created. Okay, they just wanted me to come with that, so I had to add that.
I understand the definition of accountability through my Creator on all planes of existence. I understand what it feels like within my heart to have accountability. I know how to stay in my heart in order to be accountable. I know how to have accountability when I'm not in my heart. I know how to attract accountable people into my life. I know how to be free from the need to make excuses for those that are not accountable.
I understand the definition of being completely accepted by my Creator on all levels of consciousness. I understand from my Creator's perspective what God is. I believe in God, in that it is the Creator of everything and all that is, on all planes, all places, all spaces, seen and unseen, known and unknown. I know how to involve God in my daily life, and I am free from fear that God will hurt me. God is only good. Anything else is not God. I understand what it feels like to articulate my feelings without feeling as if I'm offending others. I understand what it feels like to articulate my feelings without offending others. I know when and how to articulate my feelings. I know when they are my feelings or others that I am wanting to articulate. I know the perspective of articulating my feelings through my Creator. And I know it is possible at all times to articulate my feelings. So I want you guys to just watch as a huge orb, like whitish, whatever, everyone's is a different color. Just kind of pull that download into you now, because there we go. Just feel as that it's like a big ball kind of dropping down over you. It almost looks like a moon, sort of a different color, come down over your head. It's going to start like orbiting, like rotating on the top of your head. It's just kind of spinning slowly. And just feel as it begins to drop. And as it does, I'm going to be putting all of the downloads into that. And it's just going to be pulling it down through your body, through your head, through your throat, down, out your feet. And I'm attuning your human right now. Before I was attuning the whole you. I understand the definition of beauty through my mind, and the difference between that and the definition of beauty through my I am, that I am. I understand what it feels like to be beautiful. I know how to live my life in beauty. I know the perspective of beauty through my Creator. I know it is possible to be beautiful. I am beautiful. There we go. So just feel as that starts to drop down through your head. Just removing all implants in regards to your physical appearance. It's commanded that each individual that has any attachments, including this channel, be released of any attachments to the mind, body, soul, or spirit, unconscious, subconscious, or superconscious mind. Yes, that any attachments about weight, about appearance, about health, anything pertaining to the first and second density bodies, which are the physical body, that those be transmuted from ice into water, and just allow them to melt away, dripping down into a stream of water that's running away from you, so that the water can be recycled and used for something useful. So in your mind, say, I am my I am, please show me my human. And just, you can imagine your human as the mannequin,
or however you want to imagine it. And you're going to watch as the beliefs are coming into you, and they're going to go from you into the human you in front of you. I'm going to make sure everybody's connected there. I understand the definition of being in the moment. My human understands the definition of being in the moment from the Creator on all planes of existence. I understand what it feels like to be in the moment. I know how to be in the moment. I know how to live my daily life in the moment, free from fear, worry about the past or future. I know the perspective of being in the moment through the Creator, and I know it's possible to be in the moment. I understand the definition of benevolence through the Creator. I understand what it feels like to be benevolent, therefore impervious to non-benevolence. I know true benevolence. I know when to be benevolent, and I know how to be benevolent. I know how to live my daily life in benevolence, and I know the perspective of benevolence through my Creator. I know it's possible to be benevolent being good. I understand the definition of being debt-free.
There are 3 people, but that's a big one for me. Take it in, guys. Take it in.
I understand what it feels like to be debt-free. I know how to be debt-free. And I know how to live my daily life debt-free. I know it is possible to be debt-free. And I know that if I have debt, there is nothing wrong with me. I am grateful for the ability to have debt. I am grateful for the ability to receive from others and be trusted that it will be paid back. That's huge for a couple of you. Sure, that one too. Or you're throwing it off of you. Okay. I understand the definition of seeing clairvoyantly through my I am. I understand what it feels like to see clairvoyantly. I know when to see clairvoyantly. I know how to see clairvoyantly. I know how to live my daily life seeing clairvoyantly. I know the perspective of clairvoyance through my Creator, and I know it is possible to see clairvoyantly and be responsible with it. I understand the definition of being a clear channel for God's grace and healing. I understand what it feels like to be a clear channel and to communicate clearly that which is coming through me. I know how to be able to communicate this. I know how to live my daily life communicating this. And I know the perspective to be able to communicate clearly that which flows through me as a clear channel. I understand the definition of faith through my Creator. I understand the definition of forgiveness. And most importantly, I understand the definition of fun. I understand what it feels like to have fun. I know how important it is to have fun. I know when to have fun, how to have fun, how to live my daily life having fun, and I know the perspective of fun through my Creator. I know it is possible to have fun in all that I do. Response.
Yeah, we're going to continue with this. There's like probably like 5 minutes left, but I want you guys to start to just say, I now accept all of these beliefs into my third eye now. And I want you to just kind of imagine each one of those little beliefs is like a little pellet. Jeff's got this gun that's Orbeez in it, and he like loves shooting people with it because it doesn't hurt. He takes it to work and shoots his coworkers with it. It's really funny that I'm having you do pellets. That's back then. Me talking about the recording, and I had you do the pellets today. That's cool. Just shows that the guides don't change sometimes. That means it's true. But I kind of picture like those little Orbeez kind of flying down from above, because what I'm doing is I'm going through each person, and every time a belief goes in, I'm sending a little pellet like your way. And some of you have like a little bowl on your head, and all the beliefs are kind of sitting in the bowl, and they're just kind of swirling around, dropping down into your head one at a time. And that's great. Others are like, whoa, 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 wait, hold on, that was a good one. Wait, hold on, I want to get that one. It's like, you don't have to like into your field. Now, if they're not for your highest and best good, they will not stick. They'll just flow right through you. If they're for your highest and best good, they're going to kind of bounce around inside of you. They're going to get rid of any belief that doesn't resonate with it. You know, if it's like, I hate myself, you know, then class, I think it was my spiritual boot camp class, or no, it was the channeling class, the class that I taught. It was supposed to be a safe medium. Danielle said her eyes were watering. She listened to this class the first time, and like her third eye totally opened. It was like a huge, like life-changing thing. That's why I'm playing this class. Let me see. I'm going to see, just fast forward kind of through me rambling away here. I have to listen to all that. Our highest and best good. Unconditional love coming out the bottom of your foot. Formula 163 throughout everybody's field right now. Hold them into your heart and make sure they feel good. If they feel good, they'll go right back. If they don't, another one will come in. Bounce around, sometimes it just I'm clearly. Meditation, you can listen to it after the fact too. Like, you know, just pull it up on the accountable for false prophecy or whatever. I got killed for it, and it's good. They will beliefs into as a clear channel. Sorry guys, I'm trying to find another minute right now, and then I'm going to continue it. It's got like 8 minutes held accountable for false prophecy or whatever. I got killed for it in another life. Make sure that you knew, that I knew, that you knew that we were downloading all of them into your field, if that makes sense. Mother, the Father, the soul, the spirit, and all. I understand Creator's definition of healing, and I understand that instant healing is possible through the Creator of all that is. My spirit is a channel for God's grace and healing. I am a clear channel for God's grace and
this is
healing.
important. Take this one in, guys. I'm a clear channel for God's grace and healing. This is third eye, major third eye. Okay, listen. Oh, give me a break. Jeff just got home, so of course the computer's going to start going nuts. Well, I'm hardwired into the modem, so shouldn't be an issue. Here, I'll just say, I am a clear channel for God's grace and healing. I understand what it feels like. I know what it is to know that I am a clear channel for God's grace and healing. I know what it feels like to be the divine. I know what it feels like to be the divine running through that which is me, a divine channel for God's grace and healing. My hands know what it feels like to emit divinity, to emit grace, to emit healing and love, to heal others and myself as a divine channel for God's grace and healing. I know the definition of being a channel for God's grace and healing through the eyes, ears, all senses of the creator of all that is. This is theta, guys, just so you know, in case you're wondering. Please show me what it feels like. Hi, hi, hi. Hi. Good. Just doing class. Oh, it follows me. That's amazing. I know the definition. I know what it feels like. I know what it smells like. I know what it tastes like to be a divine channel for God's grace and healing. Please allow me, even if I cannot see, to begin to allow my third eye to open so that I may see a picture in my head of what it looks like to be a divine channel for God's grace and healing with open chakras that only receive love at this time. My imagination is open. My eyes are open. All five senses are open to divine subtle energies. And everything that flows through me is for a purpose. Jealousy no longer exists within my cells. I am a divine channel for God's grace and healing, and I'm free from jealousy, both jealousy that has been sent towards me and jealousy that I have emitted from me and to others. I know what the definition of life is when I'm free from jealousy. Envy no longer exists within me or any aspect of me, seen or unseen, known or unknown. I'm no longer envious or jealous of myself or anyone else on this planet or off this planet, in spirit or in physical. I have been set free. I no longer house anger or fear within the divine channel for God's grace and healing that I am. I may feel it rise up in me, but compassion and forgiveness flood me And I immediately feel the divine healing and grace from God. This is not to say that I will be walked all over, because I know what it feels like to have boundaries through the eyes, senses, and knowledge of the creator of all that is. I know what it feels like to be surrounded by and to live inside of Christ, my Christ body. I know what it feels like to be awakened, enlightened, and in alignment with my highest level of consciousness that I have attained in any lifetime. Please take me into the me that I was in any lifetime that existed at the highest level of consciousness that I've attained. Take me into that moment now. What we'd like for you to do is imagine yourself on a diving board. This diving board's surrounded by swirling fog and mist, but it's white, it's light. You touch it and it makes you want to like happy cry or laugh. It's just, this mist is so filled with good, so filled with love, so filled with compassion, strength, hope, all these things that you just touch it with your finger and your entire body just disappears and you just feel like you want a happy cry. That's just touching it with your finger. Right now, you're going to become the you that is no longer wanted to live anymore, that's wanted to jump, that's wanted to leave this life. And we're going to quantum jump our way into a divine channel for God's grace and healing. So you begin to jump on the diving board. 1, 2, 3. And on the count of next count, you're going to jump up in the air, do a somersault, and like a perfect swimmer, do a perfect dive straight down. You jump up in the air, do a somersault, dive straight down into the mist. You can feel it releasing shackles, chains, contracts, slave contracts, monastic vows, anything that you've enslaved your soul to. As you dive down through this temperatureless mist, it doesn't dissolve you. You just cease to exist in it. You're there, but you don't have a body. But you do have a body. It's like this touches you and you just become so high vibrational that you're just mist. You're mist. You sense the ground coming in. When you're about to hit the ground, there's no water. It's just all mist. When you're about to hit the ground, you stop. Instantly, you reach your right hand out and you touch a hard surface and you stand in a handstand with one hand down, the other hand out. You place your other hand down on the ground and now you're in a perfect handstand on something. And what you realize this is you. Feels like it may be a wall or something, but it's not. It's either the back of you or the front of you. It's you. But it may not necessarily look like you. We won't name it your master guide. We won't name it anything, really. But this is your incarnated self that exists and resides within the third chakra. Maybe a man if you're a woman, maybe a woman if you're a man. There's no gender on this level of consciousness. But this is your, let me call it a twin flame. This is the you that doesn't incarnate when you do, and they help you. So with your hands in that handstand position, you place your feet down on the ground. You're now standing up. You put your hands up in the air and you're walking up or sideways or forward on someone. It's not something, it's someone. They're so big that you can't even see the end of them or the beginning of them. They're just humongous. So you ask to be taken to the place that is their third eye. And you step through a portal that is their third eye. You sit down in what seems like a cockpit or a chair or something. And you're now in the center of their head, center of their mind. This isn't a twin flame. It's more like it's you incarnated, but it's you originally incarnated in the first density, unaffected by reality, untouched. This is your divine love self. It's not even a self. It's not a self. Can't define it. It's your sixth chakra self. Sorry. It's the you that you access in the sixth chakra. So sitting down within their head, within their mind, you're extremely psychic. You're extremely intuitive. You're extremely, extremely imaginative. You're inspired. Because not only do you have the mind of the you that was not distorted, that hasn't been given chemicals and plastics and metals and all these things that you've been breathing in since you were born on this planet. It's just a pure you. It's pure consciousness, pure divine consciousness. You can ask them what their name is. They have a name, and you can write it down in the comments. I'm curious to see what you guys get. This you doesn't necessarily know much about your life because they don't have a bird's eye view of your life. They're more of the totality of your personality, of who you are in all lifetimes. So what you're going to do while you're here is you're going to ask to be given back anything that you've lost in this life, that you've given away, any ties or connections you've made to beings or things that you wouldn't have made those connections with. So just ask for yourself back. You're calling back any pieces. It's almost like you're getting to reset and pull everything into you that got given away on accident. So say you gave away your eyesight in order to get the ability to heal, or you gave away, people give away their spiritual abilities to get other ones. So just ask for any spiritual abilities that you've given away in any lifetime to be returned to you. Allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling, just experience whatever you're experiencing. If you feel anxiety or you feel anything like heavy on your chest, just simply say 163. So 163, and that's a truth serum that we've worked with a ton of times before. And that'll run that through that and remove anything that's false or anything that your mind is distorting. Calling back anything that was given away based on my own free will or someone else's free will. And just feel things coming back to you. That's it. Feel them coming back. You can imagine yourself as yourself. Say, show me what I look like, or show me what I feel like. You can look in the mirror. You may notice that you're like this person inside of like a hologram of somebody. And as you're calling back pieces of yourself, it's like filling up that being that you're inside of. You're becoming as big as them. I don't know why I look like He-Man. You know what else look like He-Man or like very interesting. Calling back anything that was lost through curses in Egypt, random, I know, that affects everybody. Anything lost through curses in Egypt. Wow. Do you guys feel that? I'm fading it out still. Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, it's when I switch screens, it stops sharing and then I have to hit resume. Curses through Egypt. Calling back anything that I gave away or lost in the afterlife, the other side, in heaven or hell, in a non-physical reality. Anything that I gave away through my own free will or someone else's. You guys feel that? Feel like a two, if you guys can feel like, is it just me or is it like, it's like huge. It's like, I'm not watching everybody else. I'm watching my own because I'm so interested in it, but it's like, there's like huge bricks of things coming back. Calling back anything lost through non-innocence. Inflammation leaving, nice. Lost through non-innocence, through non-innocent like behaviors when you feel you should have been innocent, like giving away a piece of your soul to boy or girl or whatever. From up above you, you put your hands up in the air, kind of like this with your palms out. Put your hands above you. And these humongous magnet-like balls of light are going to just go chunk, dunk, like attach onto your hands. Your hands are going to become magnets, but they also have the light of source, the frequency of the angelic planes, the knowledge of your original creator hologram self. With these magnets, you can already feel things going ching, 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 like coming towards you. All heavy metals. And we're not going to determine, oh, this metal or that metal. We're just going to go and take our hands over our first foot, our left foot, and we're going to run our hands over our foot, and we're going to pull out any heavy metals. So just visualizing and imagining that the metals are coming out of your hands. To release them, you have a button right here and a button here. Chink, chink, push them. Metal comes off, and then the magnets reactivate. And then you continue to move up over your side, up over your shoulder, your arms, just attracting all the quote unquote heavy metals from your hologram body that you're in right now, that you're calling back stuff to. Like you're calling back your stuff, but your stuff has been replaced with like rock and metal, and as your stuff comes back, it can't come back if all that is in the way. So your hands are magnets. They're pulling everything. Just run them over you. And it's very easy. It just ding, 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 ding comes off when it feels full. Push a button, falls off, push a button, falls off, falls into that abyss of fog, is forgiven, is sent back to wherever it needs to go to, or is just, retired. It goes away. This stuff does not have consciousness. Does not have your consciousness. Okay, and then you go over your right foot, imagining magnets pulling everything out of your leg, all the way up your hip, your sides, chest, your back, your shoulders, your arms. Boom, 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 boom. Teaching their psychic surgery, running up over your shoulder, your neck, the back of your head, and then moving like this with your hands just around the front of your face, and you'll feel things coming out of your face that you never even knew were there. It's like boom, 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 boom. I have like paper clips coming out of my face. That's funny. But when you get to the throat, sit there and wait until your Antichrist comes out. Everyone has one. It's steel, iron, and it's very magnetic, but it's extremely wedged into you. So you sit and sit until you finally feel it beginning to dislodge itself from your throat. You can't tell it to leave. You just have to magnet it. Throat. Mine's in my throat. Oh, mine's like a dumbbell. It's got one here and then I got one down there. If you have one like in your body that's anchoring it in, just run one hand over that area. It'll come out and then boom. Okay, it's gone. Yay. Push, push, boom, we're gone. Now you'll be open to receive that fog that you dove through is still all around you. We've called it a compassion bath before. We've called it the Holy Spirit. Today, we just call it life. Allow the life, that mist that you dove down through and then ended up in handstand, allow that mist to just begin to suck all into you, for it is your breath. So breathing in through your mouth, breathe it in, allow it to destroy disease, not because it's destroying anything, but just because it's such a high frequency that anything it touches just turns into divine love, forgiveness, compassion, strength, truth, courage, everything that is good in this world. Ooh, I just felt a dink, like a metal thing just flew into my left hand. I'm like, okay, push a button, let it go. It's funny, stuff's still flying into me. And you can ask that the magnets stay active. So throughout the day, if you feel like something's in your field, you'll feel like a dink, it'll stick to your hand. It's kind of fun. But only if you're in this self, in the third eye. So all of the mist, it's not smoke, it's mist. Mist swirls all around you like a big tornado. And on the count of 3, it flies in through the third eye, anchors itself into your root, becomes you, and you're complete. So count of 3. So 3, 2, 1. In the third eye, it's like a little tornado. Goes down, anchors itself, expands out around you, and now you are complete. So what you must do now is get up from that like chair you were in, pop out of the third eye of the being that you were. You can turn around and look at them, look to see who they are. Now I see, it's funny, I kind of see my mom almost. You see that you. You think that you for keeping its programming, for keeping its energies, for never getting possessed or changed. It's just the original, it's a template of you. It's the original template in that which you are, of man. Which would explain why it was a man for me. I kept hearing Abel for mine. I don't know what you guys were hearing. All you have to do now is say, I am a divine channel for God's grace and healing. And I know what it feels like to live my daily life activated, aware, awake, conscious. And I ask that those around me, although this doesn't define me, I ask that those around me that cannot see me for who I am today, that they be given the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, the body, the brain, the hands to see me now in the present. You'll suck back into you in the room that you're in. It's funny, I just went like, ching, ching, like put my little magnets like in my belt pocket and then I went phew, and flew back into me. That's funny. How are you guys feeling from that? Me too. Now, what we'd like for you to do is ask for any family lineage curses. And if the word's not curse, if it's like jinn or like, like something else, anything that's like negative life force that's creating havoc in anyone's life, I want to be able to flush this out of us right now. There's 12 people that I see are affected by it. I don't know how many people are here. 13. So one extra person here that doesn't have a curse on them. So you're going to ask for that curse to be shown to you in any way it needs to be shown to you through your imagination. And then you're going to ask to see yourself as a doll. You're like a voodoo doll, basically. A voodoo doll has like little pins and stuff in it. And the curse that is your family curse is on it. Mine, I'm seeing it like a strip of fabric kind of like glued down my back as a doll. You're going to ask to place that doll within your hands using the power of divine love, divine grace, and healing. On the count of 5, your hands are just going to get hot or cold or change colors. They're going to just do something. Energy is going to come in from above you, below you, all around you. It's going to get sucked into you, and stuff's going to come out of your hands, and it's going to make that doll, make all the pins fly out of it, make the little like curses fly off of it. It's going to become a normal doll. It's not going to be a creepy voodoo doll. This isn't just voodoo. This is everything. They just are using this as an image. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Divine channel for God's grace and healing. All the healing energies from the entire universe, everywhere, here, not here, seen and unseen, from everywhere, flowing into you, generating into whatever they need to generate it into, and going all to your hands, where that doll will be uncursed, and that doll is you. Ask to feel what it feels like to be that doll right now. So you may feel stuff like coming off of you, but you can also witness it at the same time. So witness and see, like, I feel like the little things are getting stripped off its back and it's getting little needles taken out of it. But I also feel like stuff is coming out of me. Now you're going to ask to see the doll again, but this time it's going to be your family. So it's like a big platter that you're holding in your hands, and it's going to have like mom, dad, sister, brother, husband, kids, whatever, like your entire family. You don't need to name them all. Just say, this is my entire family on like a platter. Holding your hands on it's like a metal like plate that you cook cookies on or something like that. But there's all these little dolls. One of my dolls has a beard. It's totally my dad. Maybe it'll make him shave his beard. I'm a divine channel for God's grace and healing. On the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say 0 chakra. Get out of yourself, actually, because this is going to be a lot of energy to release. 0 chakra. You're up there. You still have your hands. All the energy is going to come in, shoot through your hands. It's going to go through that pan, hit all the dolls, and they're just going to become uncursed magically. One of mine had like its leg posted to its head, and I took it off its head and put it back on. That was Jeff. Jeff had his leg on his head. Everyone's being healed, and it's instant. It's oh, this one's not healing. It's like it's instant. You don't, if your mind is blocking you from imagining that they're healed, they're already healed. It's already done. You can watch it and you can feel stuff coming off of them, but they're all transforming. Zero, me, just say your name, like Marissa. I'm back in Marissa. You're back in whatever your name is. Get out of the chakra area. And then all I want you to do is say truth. Reach your hands up, and it's like a big beach ball of truth. Grab it, place it into your head, reach up, grab another one, place it into your solar plexus, reach up, grab another one, place it down on your left foot, reach up, grab another one, place it down on your right foot. And before you know it, they're all going to just be moving around you, bringing truth to your body, erasing non-truth. Anytime you lied to somebody, that's gone. Anytime they lied to you, gone. It's just truth now. Truth in the way that you understand it, truth in the way they understand it, truth in the way that anybody understands it. It's just truth. Not opinions, but truth. And we won't get into that. We bless you. And we'll see you soon. So just allow for that truth to kind of like ruminate through you. And then what I want you guys to do is get your journals out. And I want you to write. Write who you saw over in the first dimension. I saw Abel. He looks like He-Man to me. Abel was the first man who died on Earth, right? Cain slew Abel or whatever. I believe maybe that sorry, I was just looking at something. It's interesting. I keep seeing like all these like mushrooms, like drug mushrooms, which is like all these little like red mushrooms with white stems, and they're kind of like in front of me. I'm like, are those supposed to be there? And they said, whatever's there is supposed to be there. You're seeing a different layer of yourself because you haven't ever been out of the hologram world completely. Oh, so by calling all that stuff back to us in that self, which was kind of a hologram of ourself, by calling all that back, it made us complete. So we were able to leave these little fractured or fractaled realities that we live in. Yeah, grab your journal and just write. If you have any anxiety within you, all you have to do is just imagine those magnets coming back and ching, ching, pull it out, boom, boom, drop it, and then just go. It's like that easy to go back into that self that had the magnets. It's just like, just imagine it going into the third eye of something else. Boom, you're in there, magnets, get all the metals off you, and then dump them. In fact, that building it's basically you. That's you. You saw the abominable snowman. Interesting. What was he doing? I feel like, oh, Michelle, we
Are you a crier or just the last couple days? The abominable snowman. I just saw him too. What's the deal? Is that you? Are you the abominable snowman or whatever? He's like a monkey man, right? Like a big, huge, like a ape man or something, but he's all covered in snow. I was able. Please, you guys write down what you saw yourself as. I'm very curious because I couldn't see what you guys were. I was too busy dealing with myself. I can play the rest of the class if you guys want to, but I feel like everyone's kind of complete, honestly. I mean, I can continue to play the class. I don't know what goes on in that class, but I feel like we're kind of like good. Oh, it's cleansing and you feel love. Yes, I feel like the stress just left me too. I feel like I can be a little bit more reasonable with my sister now. I was going into victim mode. No good. Where the pen-like curses were lifted was like an atomic. Wow, that's crazy. It's like an atomic bomb. Yeah, I'm so peaceful, you have no idea. I'm not going to play the rest of the class. I mean, you guys can watch it on Intuition Media. Again, if you guys will sign up, I'd love you. A lot of you already signed up, but it's only 10 bucks, $10. That's not that big. And I've been working on it for years and years. And I'm finally going to start selling it. So um, it's got that class on there. It's got a lot of classes on there. We're going to start putting Demi's videos on there. And I'll start putting the weekly classes on there once they're edited. I only want edited stuff on there. Put our podcasts and stuff on there, but I don't even want to talk about that right now. I just feel awesome right now. I feel like I have like a my voice keeps going. I feel like I have like a it's almost like a rainbow coming out of like my right shoulder. It's weird. But it's not a rainbow. It's like a little like ooh. Oh, it's a bridge. I just heard it's the bridge to Narnia, really? You're welcome, Michelle. I'm happy that I did this class today, guys. And I'm happy I put it on YouTube. Hopefully some people were able to benefit off of it. And then I'll see you guys tonight at 6, but don't pay for 2 classes. Just pay for tonight or whatever. Get your discount that you get if you're a Patreon. Come for free. If you can't afford it, we'll work it out later. I can always use people to help me do marketing. If you know how to do marketing, please, please let me know. Like you know how to do it, not like you're going to learn how to do it. I mean, me and Demi are trying to learn how to do it, and me and my sister were. But if somebody just knows marketing, I'm actually going to go back to college for marketing. I'm super excited. Yeah, that was a really good meditation. I'm glad that the guides had me take over with those beliefs. And I love, love, love. I love theta beliefs. I love downloading beliefs into people and removing negative beliefs. I love the jealousy release because I'm not a jealous person, but I have family members that are extremely jealous to where it like hurts. You can like feel them choking you with their energy. Oh, you guys, Tina's back. She signed back up for tier for the high level tier for a $300 tier. So Tina is back. We love Tina. She's missing for a little while. Yeah, I will post it on lately because I don't have an assistant right now. Lately, I've just been posting it on Patreon, just like, hey, here's the link. And then I just have people pay me via like, oh my God, I want a happy cry right now. This is so funny. Tina, is that your energy that I'm feeling? Like I just felt like, oh, the link, like it was like a, what was that? It's like a happy, it's like I want to like happy cry. This is so funny. Yeah. I love you, Tina. You're so amazing. Wow, you saw your third eye open. Wow, what did it look like? Danielle said she saw her third eye open. You feel amazing. You guys write your comments in here just so I can see like what you felt, what you experienced. Feel free to write them in the comments beneath the in the actual like intuition media where the class is if you sign up. I need to ramp up my these all these people have like ads that run like Gabby Bernstein has her ads. Like nobody would know her stuff if she didn't know how to advertise. Like all the people that were at the same publisher as me, they know how to advertise and I don't. I'm gonna start doing that. Wow, it was white. That is so cool. Danielle says her third eye was white. Everything is okay. And guess what I did with you guys? I did a dopamine injection. That's what that stuff was. The mist. It was a dopamine injection. Oh my gosh, you saw Jack. Interesting that you saw Jack. What does Jack look like? You guys gonna be like happy, like, ooh. But I made it so that if you didn't need the dopamine or as long as it's for your highest and best good, it balances you out. But it was like a that's why we released everything and then all the stuff that was around you, it was whatever you needed, serotonin, dopamine, what's the other one? Serotonin, dopamine, it wasn't cortisol, it was serotonin, dopamine. There's one other one that they said it in my head and I don't know the name of it now, but I do too. I'm like, oh, ooh, like I just want to like, I don't have the munchies, but I just want to laugh. So I will see you guys all tonight. Why don't we just use, do you guys just want to use the same link? Let's just use the same link. That'll work, right? Actually, I don't know if it will work. Let me make the link right now and give it to you guys so you guys can save it. I'm just going to make a link right now for tonight's class. I'm like, I have like this feeling in my chest where I just want to like burst out laughing. It's funny. Like it's a good feeling. It's not like a bad feeling. It's a funny feeling. I love it. Like when you're a little kid and you can't stop laughing. I mean, you're like, you're supposed to stop laughing or your parents are getting mad and you're like, and you start laughing. Tina, I feel like me and you were like little kids together and we got into trouble laughing too much or something. Let's see. Camera trips me out. It's the camera in my iMac that keeps moving around. 8:25. Wait, it's the eighth, right? Yep. And here we go. Okay. Let me give you guys a link. Just go ahead and save it. And I will see you guys tonight on that link at 6. You can log in as early as 5:30. Um, invitation. And here we go, right here in the chat. My throat. Anyone who's watching this on YouTube, just pop over to patreon.com and the link will be there too. Okay. So I really need to get rid of all this extra stuff on this invite. Here, I'm gonna take all the phone numbers off. There you go. There's the link, guys. Okay. I'll leave it up there just for a sec, so you guys can grab it. And password is Chakra, just in case you guys didn't know. There too. Oh, and password is. Chakra with a capital C. Okay, I'll leave this running for just a second. I'll see you guys at 6, okay? Come as early as 5:30 and log in. I'll have it logged in to clear houses and do all that good stuff. So anyways, I feel good. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Bye. Love you all.